Well, let's get the definitions on what this means. Now, we talked about mind mastery, and that's basically self-realization or empowerment. You're looking for some type of education, knowledge that's going to help you be a better person, better your situation. So that's the keys right there of mind mastery, or why do it.
Because when you're talking about the mind, you have to get knowledge, because mind working with knowledge.
Right, it needs some type of stimuli. Or what should it do? It's a piece of equipment. Okay. You're not your mind, but you're using it. It's a vehicle.
That's important what you're saying. You're not your mind. Like that's a big step. Remember that you are not your mind.
You're not your mind
so
at all.
You can master it. Okay.
Those are just energies coming through. So now we got that part. But now let's go into programming. What is a program? Now I got a definition here. It's a planned series of future events, items, or performances. This is real key. It's already made a plan. That program in you has a plan on how the future is going to be, the future events is going to be. That's why when I tell people they're under predetermination, no, I'm not, I got choice. That program in you is already in its mind, have what tomorrow going to be, have what next week's going to be. It's not evil. It's just saying that this is what was given to me by you for whatever reason. And this is what I'll create for you so you can have your creation.
Amazing. That's an inner voice inside of you. That's working with, that's how I see the world. That's what's going to happen.
Right.
So
that's the program I got. And then it says, let's just say it's coded instructions for the automatic performance of a particular task. The automatic performance. So things will automatically go in place from the program that's coming off of you. So that's why when you do try to change, you realize you might not like it. Like I've seen some people say, as soon as I try to quit smoking cigarettes, all of a sudden people want to offer me cigarettes. Or I find a pack of cigarettes. And I tell people on a breatharian journey, I used to love Frito corn chips. We were driving a car one day and I was telling people how I conquered the corn chips. And I looked on the side of us and there was a semi truck driving. And they had Frito corn chips on the truck. We just all busted out laughing. I said, oh my gosh, my mind is trying to bring it back. But yeah, your mind is so powerful, it started bringing back that old pattern to you because it's saying, don't you still want to create this reality? So that's what you got to understand.
And he's not fighting you. He's not wanting you to get, you cannot do it, you will fail. It just, that's the program, just giving you what you want.
Right. And it's on automatic, like how we just read that definition, and it's creating future events so you can have that experience.
So in that experience, what do you do? Life brings you cigarettes. Life brings you the things that you love the most.
Mm-hmm.
Because it gets you also like hunger and passion. And if you say, no, that's not what we're doing, it's getting sad, right? And frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
So what?
Now, depending on what your condition is, you might be at a point where it is that no altogether. But that deals from person to person. Where it's an emergency now. Okay, you got to dry out and stop it. It went too far. Now, but if you have room and space to play with yourself, like I know people who, there's a difference between a person who goes cold turkey, not smoking cigarettes, that's good. And I've also known people who gradually backed off. I'm only going to have 3 cigarettes a day. You know, broke it down to 1 pack a week and stuff like that and did pretty good too. So that also goes from person to person on how entwined you are in that old habit you want to break and how life-threatening it is to you.
So you're saying here, know yourself.
Know
your
yourself.
program. Don't fight that. No. Like, if your program needs cigarettes and you don't know, you don't have the bridge yet to do cold turkey, know your program.
Because it could be very hard trying to go cold turkey dealing with your situation. So know your program.
Yeah.
Even with breatharianism, I was teaching where I said if you have some foods in you that you still love, know your program, because if you try to leave it behind, that other voice inside you going to say, you know we love this. What are we doing? Right. And then people will fall into it and put themselves down like they're a loser. And you shouldn't have to go through that at all. Know your program. Enjoy that substance, back up on it. And then once it gets happy, it's ready for the new idea.
is it right to say that if the new program that you are bringing to your life are making your old program feeling sad and frustrated, that's not the new program that you want? Like I think.
Oh, absolutely.
I want a new program. Like you're talking to me and you're saying you can do whatever you want. I'm bringing you something else in your own path. Everything is good. That's the new program that I want.
Right.
That's why my old program are loving you.
Right.
And they'll give me more because
right.
you see me and you give me in compassion a new way, not forcing.
Absolutely.
So if you see, that's what I get. If you see that the new program that you brought into your life are making your old program not feeling good, that's not the new program that you want.
Right. That's not what you want. It don't fit your life at all. I'm glad you brought that up, because even when I bring forth living on prana, when I get to talking and seeing where does it fit into your life, why do you want to do it? What's going on? Would it really fit at this time? Or how would you place it within your lifestyle? Is it necessary? All those questions is important. And some people will find out, yeah, not eating all the way won't be good right now. I'll be sad because it won't fit. You got your children, especially when they're growing up, and different things you might be into. You really love to do this with friends. So you still can take the pranic idea. You'll probably eat once every 3 days and stuff like that, which is still living on prana. However, to go all the way might not be for you now, but you have time for it. When that time comes and your life straightens out for it, this would be the good time for it. Right, and then everything should go smoothly. But if you bring on a new program and it don't fit, and you're happy, everybody around you is mad, that was the wrong program to bring in.
What I hear from you that you're saying is what you are offering is a program that doesn't say stop eating,
right,
but living more on prana.
Exactly.
And fit it however it fits your programming. But I'm bringing more prana in your life.
In your life. More,
right.
So your life could be better, because the foundation of all these programs, especially when you live in more holistically, is health. Health is the foundation of our life.
Amazing.
If your health goes, and like when I talk to younger people, think about your health and maintain it. And they, I got it. You could do all types of things, but the health is going to determine is you're going to have a happy life or a terrible life.
Health is like the measure of how much you bring prana to your life and how much you stop it, right?
Right.
Like,
work, because everything's energy. How you're working with energies in a nutshell.
That's so important. Like I'm beside you for a few days, and that's the most important thing that I'm getting. It all the time. Bring it back. Like everything is energy. That's all. Everything is energy. It's not about food. It's not about this. Everything is energy.
And when I use that term health, stop thinking even about the physical body. It's everything. Your relationships, how you meet people, how you respond, your workplace, things that you into that you try to love. That's all health. And it's all energetic. Each and every one of them. Wow.
So it's not about food. It's how prana is moving inside of you. It's not about sex, but how the prana, that sexual energy, flows inside of you.
Flows through you.
And if you want to be fulfillment in your life, and if you want abundance, just let the energy flow.
Right.
And not stuck. That's all. You're always coming back to it.
And it's not really your increase in energy, because energy does not increase or decrease. It's always the same. You're balancing it out.
Amazing.
The more you balance these energies out in your life, that's what we use the term, you're using more prana. You're living on more prana. And then that's where you can become more food free. That's the concept. That other way, I'm going to stop eating this time I'm putting tape on my mouth. But you got other work to do on balancing out your life. Your workplace, some relationships are still tore up. That's where you're going to get the light from.
That's amazing what you're saying. It's like if you will force it with a new program, your old program will stop you.
Will stop you. Say no. This is bad.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Because after you stop starving yourself, we got to still go deal with our next door neighbor. You still got to deal with your spouse. Right. That's what it's telling you.
That's amazing.
And that's living on prana. That's breatharianism. Do you understand this?
That's amazing what you're saying.
Wow.
That's the reason that people also lose weight. Because they're starving themselves.
Starving themselves.
Instead of bringing more prana.
Right.
Because
the prana that's going through us and around us is saying, okay, you're dealing with the food, but there's blockages in you that's coming from other places. It ain't got nothing to do with the food. If you open up those, that's where you will feel this other energy come to you.
And that's coming back again. That's the mind mastery. Know your program and the new program that you want.
Right.
And consistently move energy. Again, like we talked a few days ago, and you're talking about it all the time. Meditate and let them energy flows. That's all.
Now we got the physical body, emotional body, and mental body. We break them into three so we can kind of talk about them, but they're all one. In other words, your physical body is an extension of your mind. Period. It is your mind. I'm looking at your mind. That's why there's experts out there that can look at your eyes and see if your colon is clogged up, urology. They can look at the way you're walking and see what's happening with you, that you're in pain. Right. If you're in pain, it's messing with your physical thoughts. Of course, you're not meditating like that or focusing like that. So yes, we can read each other's mind by reading each other's body.
By looking at you.
It's telling a story. We can tell by the way you talk, the way you think. So when a man speaks, so is he. It's just a matter of time. You can't suppress it.
Amazing.
That's your mind. So when you're dealing with breatharianism, you're dealing with mind mastery, the totality of your mind. So to create this creation, you're living in energy. You just want to let it flow more through you. And it will once things balance out.